Take a step forward, and the path will open, enough for the next step to be taken. Sometimes you can see more, most times you cannot. Trust your purpose, your mission. Destiny does not seek your permission. Spend the moment, invest your attention. Presently, you are spending, whether you invest or not. Acceptance is hard, but that's where change begins. Abstinence is difficult, but that's where sobriety lives. Listen to the message tapping in your heart. Are you brave enough to act upon it in the face of what you fear the most this time? Next time, how much time? You won't survive this. So what? Who does? For whom but myself am I writing this? The world doesn't give a fuck. Of not the slightest significance is my labor to those I long to reach, while at the same time wish to avoid. And the algorithms are arbitrary anyway. Was I a fool to believe in the miracle of escape from 9 to 5, a justification for being alive? Not in this lifetime. Is there a woman to hold when love is just theatrical vapor of eras long past? In distant ages I look to, when it mattered to make sense, when it mattered to make music, when words were sculpted into living statues that spoke to listening souls long before the vacuum of soullessness sucked away the life from life. Now here we are, a mass of noise, expanding, widening every minute as the pressure builds and builds, as the duration between cycles of sirens shrinks like the attention span of the average human. Something will have to give, eventually. The wind chimes and the birds keep this pen turning. The only noise that speaks of life, the longing for life, is the reason many people leave it. It could not be found here. Where else to search? If no one hears the music, why do I still play it? If no one listens to the words, why do I still write them? If love is but a myth buried in the soil of cynical impossibility and replaced by cosmetic delusions with a shallow ideology, then why does the pulse of Eros still flow within me? Day after day, I allowed myself to believe in the story. The last 10 minutes of the movie, the connection was made, and it was shared, and the soul-draining poverty reconciled. Life found life, and it was finally alive. But that was the dream. The reality is different. The reality is the rocks filling the pockets of Virginia Woolf as she walked into the water, never to re-emerge. The reality is the shotgun to Hemingway's brain. The reality is a hero's story being sold to cinema criminals who rape children. Epstein list, all the names, all that's not being aired about the exploded train in Ohio. Twitter and the FBI facing congressional trial. Never mind all that. Here's some UFOs. Here's some Chinese spy balloons. Here's more on Ukraine, Russia, and the nuclear war fuse. Oh, and don't forget COVID. It won't die as long as it still captivates lives. Young people still wearing masks. Young people dying mysteriously. Is the vax doing its job? Apparently. It's still a mystery. Why they thin the herd, rob the farmers, but leave the plastic in the sea. Of course, they don't want you to see. The awakening, it's happening. Presently, take the next step. You were born to be a part of this.